Hi, this is Kim. You could probably tell. I just had to share because I had the most awesome day today. So let me tell you what I did. I've been working with the incredible Fear Sherpa, Coach Brian Muka. He is my client, I am his client, and I'm proud to call him a friend. So he and I have been working together for, almost a year, because he took a break in between on his amazing book. And it started with a vision. So I knew I wanted to work with Brian. And when he said he wanted to write a book, I was like, oh, snap. What can I do? So he and I had talked when we had met about him doing skydiving. And so I sent him a picture, and I'll share it with, it was terrible. It was a very janky, non-photoshoppy picture of two people skydiving, and I superimposed our faces on it. And I had him with a picture of his book in his hand while we're in the air. And I sent it to him. But the cool thing is, after lots of work, we met, every other week almost. A couple of times we would take breaks, but every other week we would coach. And we owe a lot of thanks to Ironclad Coffee. And we got we wrote his book. He wrote his book, I should say. I coached him through writing his book. He wrote his amazing book. And it really is amazing. The cool thing about it is, today we made the vision come true because we went skydiving. He had the most amazing book launch at the Virginia Skydiving Center. And so big shout out to Katie and all the folks there. It was amazing. Brian did a workshop, and so he paired all of us up into pairs, and we did awesome exercises that he does with his clients around fear. And it was really cool because I knew Brian with a Y, Barry, from Synapse. I knew his incredible story. He's a double transplant recipient. But I really feel like I got to know Brian today. It was so cool. And stuff that Brian Muka, Brian with an I, does is so powerful. It's really incredible stuff. So anyway, after his event, we went skydiving. It was awesome. So I was nervous. You always feel nervous. And Brian said that. You always feel nervous. But it went really, really well. We went up in the sky. I went skydiving with tandem because I can't do it by myself. Brian did it solo. Brian is trained, so he was able to do it solo. I did it with this wonderful jump instructor, Peter. It was hilarious. At one point, one of the other guys there, Greg, turns to me and says, "Who is the most important man in your life?" And I go, "My husband, Jerry." And he's like, "Wrong answer. That's the right answer on the ground. For the next 12 minutes, Peter is the most important man in your life." And he was right, because Peter was a fantastic skydive instructor. The coolest part was being able to reach across and fist bump Brian and smile. I did all the things that Brian taught me to do, which included take a deep breath. I did a bunch of those. I did pray when I was up there. And hi Tracy. And I smiled, and then I looked down at the ground, and I was like, you know what? I'm really grateful for this opportunity to help Brian bring his amazing book into the world. Brian has such a powerful message. And even though he had coached me one-on-one, I had never seen him do coaching in action before. So it was really cool that he split all of us up who were there into pairs. And it was cool looking down at the ground and saying to myself, I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to help bring this message to other people oh my God, what an awesome thing I get to do. And to put into practice all the things that Brian taught me. I put my money where my mouth was. I did it. This was my second time skydiving. It was a little easier because I had done it one time before. And check this out. I have I'm going to call it a sky kiss. I was wearing a helmet and there was a strap and it kept hitting me on the face. So I have a love kiss from the wind, but that's okay. It was absolutely phenomenal. Now, I will tell y'all candidly that, yep, I barfed. Luckily, I did not barf directly on Peter, but I did barf, and I didn't feel quite right for a while when I got down. So lesson learned. Next time, take some, anti-nausea medication, right? But that's okay. I did it. It was phenomenal experience. I'm still feeling high. No pun intended. It was just incredible exhilaration. The whole morning between Brian getting to introduce him and then having him stand there and sign his book that we had worked so hard on together, and then to do the skydive with him. So, Brian, thank you so much. I've learned so much. I feel like I've become just a better part of myself, if that makes sense. So anyway, thank you guys for watching and letting me share this. I'll share some pictures. I did get a skydiving video, but they haven't shared it with me yet. But once I have that, I'm going to share it because it was fun. Hopefully they did not record me barfing. All right. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a good evening.